Hey guys, welcome to the final for the Sherman and the German half-track and troops and the base that I did. Got a lot of work done, as the video will show you. I actually, while I was uploading last week's video, I was working on this because the bug bit me and I wanted to get it done. I will go through and show you how I weathered, the techniques that I used to do the base, get things done, and get all the troops in. Might not explain it real well, but if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section and I'll try to answer them the best I can, or I'll do a video which I'll show the techniques that I used. But yes, so it is done, and final part of the build video and videos, and then the photos and the final video. So if you guys are noticing something weird going on behind me, I told you guys last video I got a new editing and video program and I'm trying it out. So behind me I do have a green screen, and hopefully it'll be able to enhance my videos for you guys so you get a little bit more entertainment than just listen to me drone on at the beginning of them. So I'm going to use it to help enhance when I do builds, if I can get it down right. So hopefully if you're seeing it, it's working right. If not, we're just on a green screen and I messed up. But if it is working, which I'm pretty sure it is, I hope you guys like it. With that, yes, I will be putting up 2 videos this week, and on Friday or Saturday I'll put up what the next build is. So if you guys are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. Hit the little bell, and every time I upload a video, you guys will know. And for all of those that have been with me for a long time, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm really glad you guys can help support me, especially now that I'm kind of semi-retired. I still haven't got the full thing yet on what's going to happen with me, if I'm going to be able to return to a job setting, or like I said, I'm going to just work on doing videos and building models and being the stay-home dad to help where I'm needed. But enough with that. So enough with me talking like that. So let's get to the video and see how we finished the build. See you guys later. Get this ground texture from Vallejo. It's acrylic. It's nice. It's really, really nice. Do it the best way you can, or just trial and error. I'm going to start with a big brush. I do have a little bit of water to the side to help clean it, and paper towels. But basically what I want to do is get started with the treads. So got that in the way. So I'm just going to dip it in there and then just slowly play it in. Now once this gets dry, I'm going to do a little bit of weathering to it, add a little bit of color, because you know they need it. But just so you guys can see, let me see if I can keep that in camera for you. So again, I'm not using a whole lot right now. I'm just, basically it's almost like a dry brush. I just want to get it on there so it shows a little bit of weather effect, a little bit of what's going on. And with you guys, you gotta pick and decide. The one thing I will say, if you think you need more, take a break from it for a little bit, because you probably got more than enough. Like with doing anything, like weathering a starship or anything, you're gonna wanna just give it a little bit of time. And like here under the wheel wells, yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit thicker, and then underneath, just so it gets that nice frosted look. And then like here where the recesses are, I'll flick it around and I'll just kind of drag on, because as we all know, I mean, we've all been through winter, well, most of us anyway. We're just adding in a little bit of effect, just giving a little bit of dirty up, not a whole lot, especially on the side of the vehicle. But like here, I wanted a little bit of more of the snow effect. And yes, you have to kind of be very careful with this stuff because it is really crazy. But then, like with the rest of it, I'm not going to go real crazy. I'm just going to dry brush. So maybe up in the front where it gets, you know, this thing's been sitting or it's been moved just a little bit. Getting all the nooks and little bitty crannies. Just like so. As you guys can tell, I don't use a whole lot of the brush. I just use a little bit of it. And this is actually the first time I've actually worked with this stuff. So I'm learning myself. But as you can see, you get a little bit of that effect. Not much. And if you think you got too much, get a cloth or a t-shirt or a paper towel. And just come in and wipe it down. So it leaves a little bit more of that edge. I mean, yeah, you can definitely tell there's something there, but... And then if you need to, get another brush just to help clean it up a little bit. Like so. And then we'll go to the next side. So right now I'm going to get really good going on the bottom here. So we all know the bottoms get really crappy with snow, especially if you live in the north like I do. You get snow built up everywhere. And on the wheels, just kind of dust it so it's got that impression that it's been in the snow. And then, like I said, don't forget some of these spots. Like I said, if you need to, do this. Take another brush, dry it out a little bit, and then take the other one and then just, like here, this is just run, so we know it's not going to be overly crazy, but you don't want to forget to get the insides either. But don't go crazy with it. Don't go crazy goop on. But just like so, guys. And then, yeah, I add a little bit more on the treads because I like the look that it's got a little bit of crud in there that's froze up and crapped on and done. Just like so. And then go over here and get this side. And the great stuff with this is you got a little bit of a working time that I've been finding out. So you don't have to worry that it's going to dry really fast on you. But, you know, just get in here and just dip, and, you know, if you think you need more, add a little more like that, and just get it gooped on and wipe down good. And then, like I said, don't forget the inside under the tread, which is really good because the one thing I didn't like about this tread, on this one anyway, was that it didn't conform very well. Even though I fitted the wheels right, it just liked to play around. But then we just go here and just add a little bit of fun and circumstance. And oop, lost the mirror. I'm gonna have to glue that back on. Oh well, it's gonna happen. You might lose a couple pieces, especially the lighter ones. That's okay, because it does happen, guys. So, but now that this is getting to that point, set it down just for a second and keep going up here. Get a little more dust on that and that, and just like so, guys. Then you don't want to go crazy in the middle here like this. You just want to give it a little bit of a dust effect that, okay, something happened, you know, because it was an open top. But then we'll just do that. And then, like I said, you can come back after this sets up for a bit and add a little bit more if you need to. You don't have to be overly crazy, and you can touch it if you need to. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. Get a little bit more here, so just got a little bit more weathering. There we go. So, and then as you can tell, I'm going to dust off the bigger pieces like that. But there we go, guys. I'm going to let this get dried, and then I'm going to apply it to the kit as soon as I glue the mirror back on. But you can always, sometimes you can re-look at it and go, okay, I missed that, I missed that, I missed that. But basically, with working with this, that's where it is. Like I said, it's the first time I've worked with it, so it's going to be trial and error. But I'm going to get working on Mr. Sherman here, and then on the base. And when I start on the base, I'll show you a little bit of technique that I've learned through time, not with this, but how to enhance and weather a base. But I'm going to finish up on the Sherman, and I'll see you when I come back, guys. Well, happy Sunday, and I know it's weird, usually I take it off, but I'm getting so close to this, I kind of want to get her done. And it is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all my fellow father builders. I wish you have a great day and a relaxing day, and yeah, so this is what I'm going to do for Father's Day. I'm going to keep working on this until I get asked to go do something else, which always happens. So as you can tell, I've started to get the soldiers glued down, or epoxy down, glue down, however you want to put it. And I haven't done any more of the snow weathering right now until I get all these guys placed where I want and they're good and dry. Because with that, I gotta find where I put them. I've got two of these, just feet off characters I didn't use, piece I didn't use, let me rephrase that. And then once I get it done, what I'm gonna do is add steps or drag marks or whatever, just to show that there was what's going on, to help create a little bit of action. But what I did want to show you guys is another technique that I use to help take down the shining on some things and to actually add a little bit more weathering, a little bit of, better word, dusty look. So I got pastel chalks, and I need to get some with some different colors in it so I can actually do a little bit more. But what I'm using is this smoky or gray to help put down the shadow. And basically, so you get a guy like this. Let me see if I can zoom this in so it's a little easier to see what I'm doing. So you get a guy like this, and then basically it's a makeup brush. It's a very soft, very easy to use makeup brush, and you can also use your model brushes. Just find a nice soft tip. And basically you want to shave it with your X-Acto knife and create that. And then all you want to do is you want to dip the tip in or dust it. And then from here, just like you draw on a dry brush, just lightly dust in. And just like so, guys. And as you can tell, it's taking some of that. Well, even though I did use the matte spray, it takes a lot of that shine down, because even though matte spray is supposed to make it look not shiny, as you can tell, sometimes it does, and if you've used it before, you can tell it definitely does. So again, just light coating of dust, and if you think it's too heavy, then just keep dusting it off. And if you think it's too light, add a little bit more, and then you'll get something like that. And then, if you, like I said, if you still think, but then you'll get this guy, and that helps. So with that, I'm going to keep working on this and getting these guys placed so they can get good set up and dried, so I can finish up the effects, because I can taste getting close to the end of this, and I'm really getting excited to get this finished. This is probably the most intense diorama I've ever done, and I really want to get it to my friend. So with that, guys, when I get the guys all set in place, I will move the camera so I can actually show you instead of this up and down, so you can actually see what's going on. And so I'll show you that when I get back. Alright, see you in a bit, guys. Alright, guys, well, here it is. Not completely done yet, but all the troops are set in place. And give you a good look so you don't have to look up and down. So I still have weathering to do on this, at least the base anyway, a little bit more to give it a little bit more age look that I want, but thought I'd share this with you guys. So when we come back, I'll be putting on, I'll have the rest of the dusting done that I'm going to do with the pastel chalk. And then I'll start working on the snow, and I will share that with you guys when I get going on it. I'm going to get this moved to outside for now so it dries a little better, and I'm going to try to do the rest of the work out there so I'm not, you know, down here breathing in pastel chalks like crazy when I shave them. But it's nice too, so I want to be outside a little bit. But there you go, guys. So yes, the turret, I still need to do a little bit more weathering on it. It's still a little too shiny green, but there we go, guys. Getting closer. Alright, I'll see you when I come back. Okay, guys, welcome to the garage. And I've already gotten everything dusted. And I've been doing techniques, trying to see what worked best for me with the Vallejo snow. And I'm going to share that with you. Now, the great stuff about this is you can bulk it up like that, or like that. Keep it in camera. Or you can wipe it down like so, sorry. But the technique I found, and yes, this is just a soft bristled paintbrush, is actually just doing this, just tapping it in, and, tapping it in. So it gives that there, and then like I said, if you, sorry guys, just trying to keep everything camera one-handed here. But if you get like, oh my gosh, I got too much on them, then you can just take another brush and, you know, and for the little spots, take that little bit of extra and get it beat in there. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm using the big brush for the bigger areas. So let's do a little bit more here. Get some more. And then let's go ahead and start work on this area. So yeah, this stuff really does like to stick, but I think what it does is it gives it such a nice contrast with everything. And it gives you piles of snow where the wind's blown, and it gives you not so much snow areas. And so like I said, if you want to get more in there, you can use you can even use a hobby knife, or not the hobby knife, but you know, the blade, not the blades, but the smoothers. I can't remember what they are right now. Sorry, brain injury keeps me from remembering some things, like I said. But I'm kind of going with that because I really like the way it's starting to overall look, and I'm going to keep working on it. So when I get this done, guys, we'll come back. But this is a technique I'm using to do this, because I don't want the snow to overwhelm the whole thing. I just want it to accent it. I want it to be a part of the build. So that's when you guys start doing dioramas, or you're doing bases for starships or planes or anything. Make sure the base is part of it. It's not taking away from everything. It's adding to your build. So with that, guys, I'm going to keep working on this. So I'll see you when I get this done. See you in a bit. Hey, welcome back, guys. And yes, I am done with it. I'm very happy. So give you guys an overall look here. It doesn't really take away. It actually, I like the way it did. It really enhanced it. And kind of get a little close up here so you guys can kind of see everything. Kind of show you. And I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with this Vallejo snow. I mean, there was other ones, and you know, you put it on, then you spray it down, and yeah, no, I'm very happy with how this came out. So, and I'll be using it again. So now it is to let it dry, and then I'm going to do some dry brushing just to weather up the snow a bit, and I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to call it done once I get a little bit of the dry brushing done, to take a little bit of the whiteness out of the snow. Not a lot, but a little bit. So yeah, so it's getting there, guys. So I'm very happy with how this turned out so far. So I will see you when I come back, and I will go over the dry brushing technique one more time, and getting closer. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, welcome back, and this is good, pretty good and dry. So I'm going to go ahead and do what last thing I need to, which is I'm going to do some dry brushing, and I decided to go with X52, which is flat earth. Now, you see me do dry brushing before, but one thing when working with the diorama, again, like I said, you want things to enhance it, not take away from it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get this really good and beat off, and then I'm just going to go through just kind of like so, and just add a little bit to it. Not a whole lot, just enhance it. Kind of take off the heavy whiteness, like right here. And like I said, I don't want much. I just want to add a little bit more to help enhance it. So kind of like that, guys. And I'm using the brush I use. Like, I got these brushes at Hobby Lobby, and they're pretty well decently cheap. So I'm not too upset if it gets ruined, because it already is kind of ruined from beating in the Vallejo snow, or doing like I did and just adding it and doing this technique with the snow. But so as you can see, guys, all I'm doing is just adding a little bit more color. I'm not taking away from the white because I don't want to mask it all, but like I said, I'm just gonna do that, and then do this, give a little bit of color to things, a little bit more color. So sorry about the phone, but yeah, so that's what we're looking at, guys. So I'm gonna keep working on this, and when I get done, I will show you. All right, see you in a bit. All right, guys, well, dry brushing is done, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to do one more matte coat, and then get this thing ready for pictures once everything's dry, and get it ready for the final video. But like I said, it's dirty. It looks like it's been in combat. It's winter a little bit, you know, but I'm very happy with how this turned out. So next time you see it, guys, it'll be with the finished pictures in the video at the end of this one. So, alright, guys, well, I'm going to let this get dry and then get a good matte spray on it, and then get things started to get this finished. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, well, here it is. It is finished, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. And so I'm going to be quiet now and just kind of let you watch.